Hello, I'm the Convalescing Soul. Welcome to my channel. I'm so grateful that you're here today, and I really appreciate your likes, shares, general support of what I'm trying to do here. um, Spreading light and love, always and forever. I love you always forever. I don't know, that's a cute song. Just came to my mind for some. Did you know you're loved always and forever? That's the universe. That's what they wanted to tell you. Okay, before we begin our reading from the beautiful Lightworker Oracle Guidebook, we are going to have a little mindfulness moment. And the card that popped out for you today, this moment, this time, just for you, especially for you, the ordinary can be extraordinary. That really is a beautiful sentiment. It really can. It's all about perspective, no? Have you ever seen like a little kid that gets a gift? The sweet little baby. And they're just as content to play with the wrapping and the bow. Like they're not even really interested in opening the gift. They're just like so enamored by the wrapping. But sometimes ordinary can be extraordinary. The simple act of breathing, something we don't even think about, that it just happens, right? We can be unconscious and asleep and still our body's breathing. Like, it's really extraordinary. Our bodies are extraordinary and amazing. Anyways, so for those of you that need to just, I want to say hit it and quit it. I don't even know what that means exactly, but for those of you that just came in for a quick little minute, you have to go. Thank you. And I hope that you find something extraordinary in your ordinary day. Okay. I like that. So, without further ado, the Lightworker book. And we're on number 39, Divine Talents. 39, which reduces to a 12. For those of you that are into that. Then do you reduce it again? Then do you say the 12 reduces to a 3? Do any of your of you numerology gurus out there know? Can you help a sister out? I'm not sure if you do that. Either way, however it applies to you, if it's meaningful to you, that's all that matters. Okay. Looks like he's playing a flute. It's making me giggle inside. Last year, I went to a flamenco performance with a friend, and I'd never been before. And she's like, "Oh, you want to come with me?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" I've never seen this in my life. You know how there's like electric guitar players where they like plug their guitar into an amp and they can just like jam? The flautist had a cord out of his flute plugged into an amp, and he was just going ham on his flute. Like the way you see some of the electric guitar players just like really just grooving with their guitars, and they're just like just really getting into it. That's what this flautist was doing. He was so into his flute, and it was like, is there such thing as an electrical flute? There must be, because he was plugged in. That's what this reminds me of. We all have divine talents. And even though I had never in my life met, known, or heard of an electric flautist, there he was. And that was his talent, you know? We all have divine talents, and each one is very unique and individual to us and our set of strengths that we've been blessed with. And no one's going to be exactly the same. And that's part of the beauty of it. Yeah. I'm also drawn to the moon. Maybe this next moon cycle, you can do a little meditation to bring out whatever hidden talents you might have. Let those be, brought to the forefront of your mind. I feel like someone out there might have a hidden talent. That's what I think this is saying. Ooh, perhaps you have 12 hidden talents. Hence the number, the numerology aspect, huh? I'm sure you have at least 12, if not more. Okay. Well, let us begin. Is the music too loud? Sometimes I'm not sure if the music is too loud, too soft. It sounds soft to me, but sometimes in the playbacks, if I get a chance, just to make sure that the sound works, I'll listen for like a couple seconds in the beginning. It'll sound a little bit overwhelmingly loud sometimes, and other times not. I don't know. Just let me know if it's a problem for you or whatever. Okay. You are a talented soul. Yes, you are. Over many lifetimes, you have developed your spiritual abilities to channel higher awareness, attract healing energy, and radiate light to uplift the consciousness of those around you. Your divine talents are many and uniquely expressed through you. Your talents do not have to resemble those of another to have their own inestimable, value. Do not be afraid to use them. Divine talents are a way in which the universe reminds us of what we are here to do. Like wow others with our electric flute. Divine talents are unlimited. They include the ability to channel spiritual guidance and healing energy, to perceive clairvoyantly, and to be psychic and empathetic. Other spiritual talents are the ability to release earthbound spirits, earth healing techniques such as working with energy grids, as well as healing ability with crystals, and the many varied technologies of light. There are other spiritual talents too. These include writing, performing, sound healing, dancing to awaken awareness, creating art, photography, or divinely inspired tools and jewelry. Cooking food. Ooh, I love to cook. Heals the body and spirit. And it is a spiritual talent. Thank you. As are the abilities to bring people together, to offer comforting and inspiring words at the right time, to help others overcome fear and feel more at peace in moments of importance, and more. You could use your divine talents in your career as a healer, in your work in the corporate world, or in your stay-at-home role as a parent, helping to raise more conscious, secure, and empowered children in a world that is in desperate need of strong, spiritually grounded leaders for the future. You can use your talents to create a vocation that truly inspires you and brings your light to the world. You can use them in the line at the grocery store, which is beautiful when people do that, right? That is like an ordinary thing becoming extraordinary. When you're doing an ordinary task of getting groceries and someone is extraordinarily kind or gracious to you, right? That's a beautiful thing. The point is that you can use them, or that you do use them. You have spiritual talents, some of which have been developed in other lifetimes, and will simply and suddenly spring back to life. as if from out of the blue this lifetime. Others need a little more attention, patience, and effort to be brought to life in this world. This is particularly the case. Sometimes I talk too fast. Let me try that again. This is particularly the case for you at this time. If you have also particularly been drawn to this video right now, sometimes there's a fear of sharing talents. We can be shy. Well, and quite honestly, I paint, but I don't often like to share my paintings because it's a very vulnerable thing. Sometimes, because we put ourselves in our art, our talent, whatever it is, right? Like when you create something, you're putting yourself in it, and it's a very vulnerable thing to share. Sometimes those parts of ourselves, it can be hard, right? So, there is a fear in sharing sometimes. You may have a subconscious or a very conscious past life recollection that involved shame, isolation, ridicule, fear, or even torture or death, as a response to you sharing your talents for healing and helping others. Okay, so there's that. Maybe you fear your spiritual talent will not allow you to meet your material needs, or that others will reject or deny your talent. That's the vulnerability part, right? If they don't like your creation, right, we can take that very personal. Even if you know it to be authentic and helpful. Or perhaps you need to acknowledge your talents yourself. Believe in yourself, in your abilities, and in your capacity to use those talents in a constructive, healing way. Keep developing your talents until your own unique expression comes to life. Don't give up in the early and possibly awkward stages, dismissing your abilities as less than those of another. Trust that there is something very real and worthwhile in you. Do not dismiss or diminish your potential. Treat yourself as an investment worthy of development. Give yourself a chance. Enough time, attention, and practice to discover what you are really capable of. The universe knows, and soon you shall too. So what this message is here to do is to help remind you to do what makes you happy, to chase your secret bliss and express yourself in the world via the unique and special abilities that the divine has bestowed upon you. When you follow what you love, you are on your life path and you shall succeed, beloved. Well, that was very beautiful. Deep breath, reset, close your eyes. I'm going to start the invocation. All-loving universe, teach me to realize and trust in my divinely given talents. I ask for your unconditionally loving assistance in releasing any block or obstacle to the full development and joyful expression of my spiritual gifts in the world. Help me find the courage and boldness within that I need to believe in myself and to be completely empowered to make my loving contribution to the world through my own free will and divine merciful grace. So be it. Excuse me. I think I paused the mic. Hopefully I did. Otherwise you heard me hack and cough, and I apologize if that was the case. Anyways, oh, really? We are almost at the end of this. Wow. Okay. What I might do is, I believe there's 4 left. We're kind of getting to the end of the year, and the holiday times is a little bit busy. If I don't find an oracle deck, we could just take a little, maybe a little break during the holidays. I don't know. I'll play it by ear. Or maybe I'll just pop on intermittently. Maybe it won't be at the same regular intervals or something. I'm not quite sure, but just as a heads up. Just as a heads up. Anyways, thank you so much for being here, and may you always find yourself in the light, and I hope you can find the extraordinary in the ordinary and develop a hidden talent. And the next time when we meet, you can tell me all about it in the comments, right? Okay, much love and many blessings.